Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Jamie and I have not filmed a video in what seems like forever. I think my last video may have been my August TBR, which is crazy. Welcome to 2025. So excited for the new year. Just wanted to give a little bit of a life update. I'm not saying that this is the reason I've been absent. Like, the reason I've been absent is just because life's been crazy in general. But as of recently, the main reason is that I am pregnant. I found out that I was pregnant on Halloween, actually. So I am 13 weeks and a couple of days today. So yeah, my husband and I are super excited. So I just wanted to give a little bit of an update there. The room that I'm currently in, which is like our second bedroom, kind of like storage room slash my bookshelf room, is going to become the nursery. We are due in the summer, so we have a little bit of time to make that transition. No clue where my bookcases are going to be going, probably upstairs to my loft, which is also my office. So you'll be seeing some different backgrounds eventually, but for the time being, we are still here. I actually got a second bookshelf that you have never seen because that is how long it's been since I filmed a video. I'm so sorry. But I have a second bookshelf, which is my fantasy bookshelf, and then I have like all other books on this bookshelf. And then I have my TBR cart, which is really just like overflow from my bookshelf. Like, I still have books that I haven't read on my bookshelves, but then I have overflow on my TBR cart. Today's video is super exciting because it's going to be my January TBR. I'm going to be doing my TBR picks my January TBR, which is one of my favorite videos to film. I love doing the TBR jar, and you guys seem to like it as well. I do have this new little jar. I got this little mushroom little container at Target for like $5, and I did put some new prompts in. You will see that there are pink papers, so I have any prompts that were left over from last year in here as well. Those are on white papers, and then the pink papers are new. I'm just gonna try and mix them up a bit. For what I'm in the mood for, I'm in the mood for fantasy. What else is new? Perhaps I will do kind of like my 2024 wrap up to let you know where I stand on a bunch of series. I did finish Sona Class, which is incredible. But yeah, I'm just in the mood to like start a new fantasy series to dive in, become obsessed with. But I'm also just in the mood to like, I don't know, just read fantasy, even if it's a standalone, even if it's a duology. I love fantasy so much, and I just read a literary fiction book as my first book for 2025, which was a choice. And I just finished it actually like 20 minutes ago, and I really didn't enjoy it. So I need some books that are going to spark joy, so that is the goal for today. I'm going to choose 5 to 6 prompts depending on what we get, and we will just kind of see where this TBR jar takes us. So for the first prompt, I'm really mixing them up here. A little sticky. Okay. We got a pink paper. Read a cozy fantasy. I don't mind if I do. I don't mind if I do, and I do have a book in mind for this, so let me grab it from my shelf. So for a cozy fantasy, I'm going to be reading The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I don't know too much about this, but I do know that it is a cozier fantasy, and it has unicorns and mermaids and a spell shop, obviously, and yeah. It says that reading this book was like sitting in the sun, watching bees in the foxgloves, a warm, peaceful delight of a novel, which is just really what I need right now. So this will be the first book on the January TBR, and I'm really, really excited. This is a newer book in my collection as well, so yay, so excited. All right, I'm gonna try and get like a older prompt just to, you know, switch it up. We got an old prompt. You can tell that they're old prompts because what is this tiny ass piece of paper? Okay. Anyway, ooh. Okay, so this says a book that is under 300 pages. which, man, I don't have one in mind. It's gonna be a little tricky. Let me peruse my bookshelf and I will come back once I have a book in mind. All right, so that was hard. Under 300 is such a difficult number. I had one book that I really want to read that was exactly 300, so that doesn't count. And then a lot that were like 330 to 350 pages. But these are the only three in my collection that are under 300 pages. We have The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, we have Never Let Me Go, we have Murder on the Orient Express. None of these are like what I want to be reading. I think I'm gonna go with The Boy in the Striped Pajamas just because this is a book that I have heard about for like years and years, and I feel like out of these three, this is the one that I could see myself gravitating towards more. So we're gonna go with The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. We're gonna put these two back. Pulling an old prompt did me dirty, so let's pull a new prompt. We have a TBR veteran. Okay, so this is a book that has been on past TBRs, perhaps even more than once. So once again, I'm going to peruse my books and I will come back with a choice. I am 99% sure that this has been on a TBR before, and this is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I have had this book on my TBR for a long time, and it's just about time that I read it. I feel like recently I have been seeing so many creators reading this book or reviewing this book, crying over this book, and just loving this book. And I just want to know what it's all about. I don't know too much about this. I know that Addie LaRue like makes a deal with the devil, perhaps, and she is doomed to have everyone forget her. Like, she'll meet a person and then leave the room and come back and the person will have forgotten her, so she's basically invisible. Yes. I think that this sounds like something that I will enjoy and is going on the TBR. Number 4. A book you expect will devastate you. Am I okay? Okay. Well, there was one book and one book only on my mind when I wrote that prompt. And that is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Now, if I am not mistaken, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas is also a World War II historical fiction, much like this book. But I don't think I can go another TBR without reading this book. I need to know what the hype is about. I need to know why everyone absolutely bawls their eyes out over this book. And I just know it's going to devastate me. So we're going to throw that on to this very interesting TBR. I need like a fantasy romance or something. Something that's gonna make me feel alive. Okay, we got an old one. All right, a book that takes place in the current season. So we're in January. It is winter. It is so frigid outside. So I think I'm gonna put Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater on here, which is another TBR veteran. I think this takes place in winter. The very first line says that she remembers lying in the snow. So I don't know if like the entire book takes place in winter, but it gives me winter vibes. The cover, the title, everything. I am nervous to read this because I just don't know anything really about it, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it. But that is book number 5. I'm going to choose one more book. Will I read all 6 of these books? You know what? Maybe, because The Boy in the Striped Pajamas is so short, and The Spell Shop is not that long either. So maybe. But the 6th and I think final prompt is going to be a book hauled over 1 year ago, which could be a lot of these books. I think I know what I want. I want to read The Cruel Prince because this has been on my TBR for far too long, and I just need to know, do I like it? Am I going to continue the series? So I just need to know. So this is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. It is a fantasy. I've heard that the romance is like a super tiny subplot, which is fine. I'm just here for the fantasy vibes. So this is going to be book number 6 on the TBR. So let's just run through the 6 books that I am going to hopefully be reading in the month of January. The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I'm very nervous about this one. Shiver by Maggie Stivater. And The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I'm happy with this stack. I feel like it has the vibes that I'm going for. I feel like this is a very winter January TBR. Like, I'm not in the mood for fluffy romance. I'm not in the mood for, like, I don't know. Really, that's just what I'm not in the mood for. I'm in the mood for like atmospheric, like cold, sad, dark, depressing, emotional. So I think that that's what I'm gonna get with this, aside from The Spell Shop, which will be like a nice little reprieve from the dark vibes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am really excited for the year of 2025. Like I said, no idea what this channel is gonna look like come baby time, but what I do know is that I am still going to be prioritizing taking care of myself and, you know, just not forgetting who I am as a person. And that involves reading, so I am excited to take you guys along. I'm hoping to do more reading vlogs this year because I feel like those are really fun. I enjoy watching those, so I think I want to film more of those. And yeah, let me know what kind of content you guys like to consume in the comments, and I will do my best. But I hope you guys are doing really well, and Happy New Year, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye!